Namaste children, namaste. A hearty welcome to all my beloved students. Children, once again welcome for the second session of similar triangles. Can you recall that the similar triangles means triangles having the same shape and areas may be same or may not be same. If they are same, then they are called as congruent triangles. So, if two triangles are congruent, then they will be similar triangles. This is what we understood in the last session, correct children? And can you recall this one also, that is the converse of this statement also, which we have discussed in the last session. The converse was this one, that is, if two triangles are similar, then they are congruent triangles, and we very well understood that if two triangles are similar, they may be congruent or they need not be congruent. This is what we have realized in the previous session, children. It may be true if the areas are same, it may not be true if the areas are different. This is what we have understood. So, in this second session, let us try to explore the two very important fundamental properties of similar triangles, children. One is with respect to the angles and the second one is with respect to the sides. So, here we go, children, please come join us. Having understood similar triangles, let us now understand the fundamental properties of similar triangles. ಗುಣ ಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳನ್ನು ಗುಣ ಧರ್ಮಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಆಗಲೇ ನಮಗೆ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟೂ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್, ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಶಾಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ನೌ. So, I wanted to tell you the meaning of the word fundamental also. It is such an important word. Fundamental means this, forming the base from which everything else can be developed, children. That is the meaning of fundamental. If you can understand this, the rest of the things will simply follow you. So, that is the meaning of fundamental. So, now we are trying to understand the first two fundamental properties of similar triangles. The two fundamental properties of similar triangles are coming to you now. Here is a beautiful figures are there in front of you, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Okay, don't you think they have got same shape? They are looking as if they are beautiful shape, same shape. So, we write triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. This is the first property. So, now take the protractor, children. Slowly, carefully you measure each and every angle one by one. So, angle BAC and angle EDF if you measure, they will be equal here, they are equal. So, observe the figure, we just put a small arc, one arc for angle A as well as for angle D. Look at the pointer also we are showing there. So, angle A is equal to angle D is shown with a similar marking. Now, come to B and E, children, take the protractor and try to measure angle B and angle C. You will see that angle B is equal to angle E. So, we are putting two arcs there, that means angle B is equal to angle E. You know that the sum of three angles of a triangle is 180. Therefore, don't you think the third angle C and angle F must be equal? Yes, you are right, it has to be equal. So, how do we write this? Show it in your figure. We put three arcs like this for C as well as for angle F. So, we observe that if two triangles are similar, then the three angles of one triangle are equal to three angles of the other. This is the first and the fundamental property of similar triangles. So, can you put it in a nutshell like this, children? If two triangles are similar, then they are equiangular. You know the meaning of the word equiangular. Equiangular means the three angles of one are respectively equal to three angles of another. Instead of making such a huge statement, you just use the word equiangular. So, if two triangles are similar, definitely they will be equiangular. Okay, what is our next task? Don't you think we must now inspect the converse of this statement, children? Yes. So, similar triangles are nothing but equiangular triangles. We can put it this way also. If two triangles are similar, then they are equiangular. So, conversely, come on, state the converse of this. Yes, you are right, children. So, if two triangles are equiangular, naturally they have to be similar. So, if the angles are different, definitely the shapes will not be equal. So, it is this property which makes the two triangles providing the same shape. So, equiangularity is the most important and the fundamental concept. So, if two triangles should have, if you want to have the same shape, then necessarily the foremost important condition is equiangularity, which means the three angles of one, if they are equal to three angles of another, don't you think then they will have the same shape, children? Think for a while. So, for the shapes to be same, the fundamental condition is the three angles must be equal to three angles of another, then only that will provide them, they will have the same shape, children. Hence, so that will make them to have or possess the same shape. Okay. So, areas may be equal, may not be equal. If areas are equal, we call it as congruent triangles and nothing else. This is the first and the important fundamental property of similar triangles. Now, once again, here are two triangles which are equiangular. So, now look at the side facing angle A, children. Which is the side facing angle A? BC. Okay. Which is the side in triangle DF also? Look at the side which is facing angle D, it is called EF. So, we say BC is corresponds to EF. So, that arrow mark shows that they are corresponding. BC corresponds to EF, they are called corresponding sides. Let us go to the other pair of angles. So, angle B is equal to angle E. Look at the sides facing these angles. AC is facing angle B, and then the other is in triangle DEF, we have DF is facing angle E. Therefore, we write, so AC corresponds to EF. And finally, which is the third angle? Angle C is equal to angle F. Look at the sides opposite to them. It is definitely, so AB and DE are the corresponding sides. So, these are called corresponding angles and those are called corresponding sides. Okay. We call this briefly as, what is a CPST? Corresponding parts of similar triangles. So, in briefly we can say it as CPST, which means corresponding parts of similar triangles. I think it is worth to recall this one also, CPCT. What is CPCT? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So, these angles and these sides are called as corresponding parts of similar triangles or congruent triangles. These terms also will be used very frequently in the future classes. So, you should remember them, and it is very easy also, there is nothing difficult about this. So, let us now understand the second property, children. Now, we have completed the first property, that is about angles. Now, let us go to the second property of similar triangles, that is with respect to, yes, that is with respect to the corresponding sides. That is the point we are going to understand now. So, say let us imagine the same pair of triangles, similar triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DF. Okay, you please draw this, take scale, pencil, measure each and every sides, all the 6 sides AB, BC, CA, DE, EF, FD. Okay. Now, let us say that we measure AB, it happens to be, say in this case, say 6 centimeters, and DE is looking like somewhere around 3 centimeter. Okay. If you want to compare, What is that we have to do? We have to take the ratio between these two sides. Okay? If you take the ratio between these sides, that is AB and DE, you will be able to compare, know how far one is bigger or smaller than the other. So, AB by DE is equal to 6 centimeter by 3 centimeter, centimeter got cancelled, 3 ones are 3 twos are, which means that AB is twice DE. This is the meaning one should understand. Okay. Now, let us go to the other pair of corresponding parts, say BC and EF, which are the bases here. They happens to be 8 and 4. So, take the ratio between BC and EF. So, 8 centimeter by 4 centimeter, centimeter units got cancelled, 4 ones are 4 twos are. Wow! BC happens to be twice EF also. Before that we understood AB is twice DE, and look at this figure, man, BC is also twice EF. I think you are hoping AC and DF or how they are related means probably maybe this. Okay, for that you have to measure AC and DF. So, let AC be 4 centimeter and DF be 2 centimeter. Come on, take the ratio, it is 4 by 2, 4 by 2 is 2. Oh, in all the three cases we saw that each side of triangle ABC is exactly twice double the sides of the triangle DEF. So, AB by DE is exactly equal to BC by EF, and BC by EF is equal to CA by FD, and each of this is equal to 2 in this particular example only. So, which means what is the meaning of this? One should understand this. Each side of triangle ABC is twice that of triangle DF. This is the meaning that one should understand. It is most important. Okay. Now, this 2 we call it as proportionality constant or constant of proportion. Okay. So, what do you infer from this, children? How to state it in the form of a sentence, a statement? Shall we try this, children, now? So, this is the second property with regard to sides. Okay. So, the second important property, can you state it like this, children? So, we saw that the corresponding sides happen to be in the same ratio. So, instead of writing 2, let us write it as K for proportionality constant. So, shall we state it like this, children? If two triangles are similar, then what is that inference you can draw? Then the corresponding sides are in a, come on, try to fill up this gap, or in a, if two ratios are equal, what do you call this, children, as? Okay. So, to fill up this gap on the left hand side, you are able to see this, if two ratios are equal, then they are said to be in a proportion. So, here 3 ratios are equal. So, we say that they are all, the corresponding sides are all in a proportion. What a wonderful property, children. The first property is regarding the angles. So, they will be equiangular. If they are similar, then they will be equiangular. And look at the second property. If they are similar, not only they will be equiangular, but the corresponding sides will be in the same ratio. AB is twice DE, then BC will be twice EF, and AC will also be twice DF, children. What a beautiful, fantastic property, and these are the two fundamental properties of similar triangles. Okay. Now, so the word proportion is very, very important. So, hence you can see on the left hand side the meaning of the word proportion, and K is called proportionality constant. Okay. Okay. Now, can we put it like this way, in this way, children? If two triangles are similar, then what can you conclude? Then the corresponding sides are in a proportion. This is property number 2. Symbolically, we can write this. Now, come on, tell me the converse of this. It is so important. Come on, conversely, we can write the converse of the above statement as, if the corresponding sides of two triangles are in a proportion, then what? Then you can confidently conclude that then they are similar. So, if two triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are in a proportion. If the corresponding sides are in a proportion, then the two triangles happens to be similar, children. So, this is the statement, property number 2, and below that we have written the converse of this. So, the two fundamental properties of similar triangle I wanted to project in a single slide, children. So, let us write down the summary of this. Triangles which are having the same shape, what do you call them as? Yes, we call them as the similar triangles. If the shapes are same, immediately you must say that they are similar triangles. If two triangles are similar, what is the property number 2 and property 1 and property 2, children? Property 1 states that they will be equiangular, samakoniyagalagiruttave, and property number 2 is the corresponding sides are in a proportion. These are the two fundamental property. This is the summary for the two fundamental properties. Okay. Now, here is a task coming up to you. Can you please answer this, children? It is a fundamental question. If two triangles, we give a pair of triangles to you and we will ask, are they similar, children? Then in such a case, how are you going to find out whether they are similar or not similar, logically, scientifically, systematically? How are you going to do this is a very, very important task to us. That how to demonstrate it practically also, you have to think for a while on this question, children. Is it possible to decide by just looking at through our eyes and say, sir, this looks like similar, sir, but in this case these are not similar, sir. Can we decide like this, children? No, that is not scientific. Is it possible to decide with the help of the two fundamental properties that we have just now learned? Can we take the help of the two properties about angles and side and then say that they are similar or not similar, children? Okay. According to the first property, if two triangles are similar, then we know that they are equiangular. So, if two triangles are given to us, what we are asked to find out? We have to show that they are similar or not. Then what is that we need to do? It is enough. You show them as equiangular. Take the protractor, keep measuring the corresponding angles. If you find that they are equiangular, immediately you can jump to the conclusion and say that they are similar. This is the fact. In this case, we are using the converse of the first property. Okay. Look at the importance of converse, children. In order to decide a pair of triangles are similar or not, we measure the angles. If they are equiangular, you can say that they are similar. Okay. This is how you can test this. So, there is no need to decide by just looking through our eyes and say, oh, this looks like this may be or may not be, is totally ruled out. So, apply the converse of the first property and you can confidently decide. So, shall we call this as test number 1, children? This is in future we call it as test number 1. Okay. Now, or can we do it this way, children? According to the second property, recall the second property, if two triangles are similar, then the corresponding sides are in a proportion. What is the converse of this? So, in order to show that they are similar, what is that we have to do? It is enough if you show that the measurements of three sides of one triangle are in proportion to with the measurements of corresponding sides of another triangle. Take scale, measure the sides, see whether all the three sides are in a proportion. If all the three sides are in a proportion, then immediately with all confidence you can conclude that they are similar triangles. Again, here we are making use of the converse of property number 2. We will call in future this as test number 2. Okay? Yes. Now, combining these two, we can put it this way. So, we have the two fundamental properties of similar triangles. One is regarding angles and other regarding sides, and we have two methods or two practical tests to find out whether the two triangles are similar or not similar. So, if two triangles are similar, children, then we have understood two things very clearly. Okay? Property number 1 and 2. So, they say they are equiangular, the sides, corresponding sides are in a proportion. Now, another very important, very thought provoking question for you children: is there any mathematical relation, interdependence between the two properties, between the property equiangularity and the proportionality, children? This is a very important task which we need to carry out. Now, let us try to understand what kind of interdependency is there between these two. Let us try to explore them now. Okay, if two triangles are equiangular, then instead of just saying that they are similar, we shall say it as their corresponding sides are in a proportion. Okay. The converse, the second property, if the corresponding sides of two triangles are in a proportion, instead of simply saying that as similar triangles, we will say it as this way: they are equiangular. Okay. This is how we can think of the two properties and the interdependence between the two fundamental properties. If they are equiangular, definitely the sides are in a proportion. If the sides are in a proportion, they will be equiangular, and hence they are similar. This is what we have to understand. Okay. Yes, the answer is clearly yes, but in order to prove these, all these children in our future classes, we require the help of another fundamental theorem on proportion. On proportion itself, proportion in fact is an arithmetic concept, but we have in geometry also a fundamental theorem on proportion which we will learn in our immediate next coming sessions. So, let us sum up the concepts that we have learned in this session, children. If two triangles are similar, then what is that we can say? They are equiangular, and hence we can say that the corresponding sides are in a proportion. Okay. Let us put it these two ways also. If two triangles are equiangular, then what about the sides? Corresponding sides are in a proportion, and hence we can conclude that they are similar triangles. Or we can put it this way also, converse of this. So, if the corresponding sides are in a proportion, then we can say that they are equiangular, and hence the two triangles are similar. Okay. This is the interdependence between the first and the second property. So, this is called a theorem. If two triangles are equiangular, we are going to prove this, that the corresponding sides are in a proportion, and the converse to this is, if the corresponding sides are in a proportion, we are going to prove that they are equiangular. So, these are the first two theorems of this chapter, children, which we are going to show you in the next session. So, similarity leads to equiangularity, and equiangularity leads to proportionality, and proportionality leads to similarity. Don't you think it is a beautiful cycle, children? Shall we call this a similar triangle cycle only? Similarity, equiangularity and proportionality, they all go in hand. It forms a beautiful cycle. We will call it as similar triangle cycle. So, in this session we have understood the concept of similar triangles and the two fundamental properties. Okay. In the next session we shall try to understand the fundamental theorem on proportion, and that is nothing but the basic proportionality theorem, also called as BPT, Thales theorem. Okay. And so, can you take down the small homework, children, for you? Okay. The homework is exercise 2.1. There are small mains are there, 3 mains are there. Please keep a particular notebook for geometry and write down questions and answers in this particular book, children. Okay. Thank you very much, children, for your patient hearing. So, with all my best wishes, I am T.K. Prasannamurthy, retired headmaster from Vijaya High School, Jayanagar, Bangalore 11. And I am also one of the Vice President of Karnataka Rajya Ganita Parishat, Dharwad also. So, thank you, children.
ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ, ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂ